Welcome back to New Rockstars. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier series is carrying on the legacy of Captain America, but where is Old Man Cap? Enjoying retirement, or shall we say dead? Oh god, I hope he's not. That'd be awful. I'm done with death in the MCU. You heard it here first. Jessica Clemons hosting this Rogue Theory, the show where we speculate wildly about the stuff that you, me, all of us are obsessed with. And I have so many wonderful guests, starting with the maestro of missable detail himself, Erik Voss. Erik?
Hi, I'm excited to talk about the biggest human plot hole that exists in the MCU. Let's do this.
Oh, hey, I love the enthusiasm. Secondly, we have, my bearded baby boy, my baby bad boy, Tommy Bechtold.
Yes, Jessica, my moon and stars. Oh, reunited once again. Let us forget these two other fools here and let's make it about you and I.
Hey, I would love that, but I have to introduce our third guest because he's better than all of us.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, returning guest, Tom Michelsen. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back, fam. I feel like this is better than any hex I could have made, any reality, and that means Tommy's Mephisto. I'm calling it now. Tommy's Mephisto. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Ooh, we're getting back into, we're talking about WandaVision because
that was the last
hair.
Thing.
Hair. I'm just saying right now for everybody, yes, it's Agatha inspired. It's kinky, it's curly, it's sexy. This show is not about this, but I need to bring everyone's attention to this wig because I love it and I'm eating it up. But ultimately, Rogue Theory, I know that we love to say that this isn't like, a competitive game. You guys shouldn't be fighting for points. I disagree. This means a lot. And if you really want me to like you, you better win this theory. So, what we are all asking, what we're all wondering, where is Old Man Cap? So everything we've seen from Falcon and the Winter Soldier series so far has shown us that the shield is going to be a main component. It's there. The shield that old Cap gave Sam at the end of Avengers Endgame, but no sighting of the Old Man Cap himself. We're not expecting to see a Chris Evans cameo in the series, but old Cap's whereabouts and status could be very important to Sam and Bucky's mission and to broaden the MCU going forward. So what happened to the Old Man Cap? And what does his status tell us about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series going forward? Because it's obviously going to play a main component. Every trailer is just like, he means a lot. His shield is a symbol. So where is he? Where is the old guy?
Well, as far as like what the public of the MCU seems to know, it seems like they believe Captain America in their eyes is dead. Like, remember there was that tribute video that played at the beginning of Spider-Man Far From Home, and they're like, Cap's dead too, and then we're all watching, we're like, no, he's not. He's still alive. He's just an old man. But maybe that old man, took a wrong step, and then,
Don't say that.
I won't
Don't
say that yet.
Don't say that.
I'm working my way up to it, though. But I think
awful.
Either that could just be the story that the Avengers put out there, right? Because that moment with Bucky and Sam seemed like a private moment. I mean, Hulk was just around the other side of the tree, and he didn't look over to be like, hey, God. Because, if he hugged that old man too hard, his 100-year-old bones would break. I don't care how much super soldier serum's in you.
That's true.
Banner gives bad hugs. Bad hugs. But it seems like they put out some kind of cover story that Captain America died in the final battle, or just he vanished in the time heist and he gave his life to save us and just don't worry about it. But I think if the Falcon Winter Soldier does address this, it's gonna have to be like a elderly Peggy Carter thing in Winter Soldier / Civil War. I think he's gonna have to kind of die off in order to just kind of clip off that logical loose end. It doesn't have to be tasteless. It could just be like he dies peacefully in his sleep after living a life well lived, and it's fine. And that's all we know. Because if he is still alive, either the dude is cleaning up with the ladies in his retirement village, or he's pulling some Clint Eastwood El Torino shit, and he is making some enemies in his Brooklyn neighborhood. You don't want someone that old alive just living his life.
I get that, and I feel that. I guess he wouldn't have to. I know this is not my show, or this is not when I need to put my theory in there. But I guess he doesn't necessarily have to be dead. He could be faking his death dead. You know what I'm talking about? That dead.
Yeah.
But you want him to actually we want that sadness, that emotionalness of he is gone.
Yeah, I think he needs to fade away. It could even be like old man Biff in Back to the Future Part 2, who like is supposed to kind of fade away. He coughs and goes behind a bush and he's gone.
Stop.
But like the reason why is we
No.
know Chris Evans is in talks for 2 more Marvel films, and it's gonna be too complicated if we have an elderly version of him alive. Well, it won't be too complicated for us because we're nerds, but for general audiences, they're gonna be like, well, wait, which Chris Evans do I follow? And is Chris Evans gonna get in that old man makeup every time?
Oh, contraire, Erik Voss. I disagree. And I would like to, and I interject, and I move to strike, because I believe that Captain America has moved on to a better place. And that better place is not heaven, my friends. It's St. Petersburg, Florida, where old people go to thrive, my friends. And here's what I think. What we're going to get in the Falcon Winter Soldier is what I call the old crisscross. And for this case, the Chris stands for Chris Evans. Yes, Captain America is dead. Long live Captain America. His death has been faked, fabricated, an illusion, something to keep the people calm. Move forward. But where is Captain America? He's in his mansion in St. Petersburg. Good investments. Eastman Kodak in the 60s. Xerox in the 70s have made him a millionaire, nay, a billionaire. And now, much like Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond cartoon, he's calling all the shots with Sam and Bucky from his control room with his large leather recliner, old man Cap, the puppet master, and that's what we'll find out in the final episode. They've been getting help from a mysterious source all along, and that help is none other than Captain America himself.
Those are really good theories. The only problem is that they're wrong. Like, I mean, unfortunately. Hey, Jessica said as well. Jessica said to come out swinging, so I'm ready.
doing the Kermit the Frog scream. Like, I'm so excited. I love these.
I think I'm actually gonna like thread the line between both of those. So yeah, I think they're gonna establish that he's dead. Like, it'll just make it easier for the world to not, even know he exists for his own sake, to not have to. It's not going to be like paparazzi outside of his house all the time. But he's gonna be effectively dead to everybody. But I think to a select few, they'll know he's alive. Because they're gonna have to bring him back for sure. And I don't think they're gonna want the audience to feel or to know that he's really dead. And Evans has, like, in addition to kind of what Erik was saying, I mean, he's kind of alluded to never say never, right? And Marvel just cannot pass up the perfect opportunity to put him in. So I was thinking, if anything, the weird thing I couldn't help but notice in WandaVision was that they had to make a kind of a Skrull reference, with that Monica scene at the end. And now we've had 2 properties in a row we're talking about Skrulls, right? We've had Far From Home and we've had this. And so maybe they're setting their chess pieces in place for Cap to, come back as young Chris Evans, but maybe he'll be a Skrull or something like that, where they don't want to put the nail in the coffin and say that he's dead for the audience. But they are definitely leaving the door cracked open a little bit so that he can come back and be in the show in some other way. And if it's not that, then he's probably just at the gym getting old man buff like J.K. Simmons, something like that. One of those 2.
Okay, I see that. I got it from yours. I kind of get it with Voss, a little bit with Tommy, but like, so the public knows about Old Man Cap in your guys' theories?
No,
like,
I don't.
Not
Not
mine.
mine.
You don't
I
think
think
yours?
he's a big secret.
Not mine too.
No.
You said the door was open a little bit, and then Voss, you said that he's gonna die. Okay, wait. Okay, get into it. You guys
Private
said
funeral. I think only the Avengers kept that secret because it's just too complicated, and because the writers didn't really have an answer, but because it would be too complicated to explain to the public. Just know that Cap is gone now, and he gave his life to help these stones get back to where they need to go. So he just like vanished during the time heist, and people don't really question. It's just like the version of Captain America who they knew doesn't exist in the world anymore, so they just assume death from it.
When I talk about the door open, I meant for the audience. But yeah, the world, I think I agree with Erik. So the world effectively believes he's gone and died in one way. So there is a tombstone, there's all of that. But I don't think he, as far as, we and maybe even Sam and them, but like we know he's not really dead, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't think Cap is, because it's the comics. It's a world of comics. No one ever stays dead. Like Gamora came back, and they just pull them from alternate timelines.
Yeah, it's a different time. Yeah.
And that's same with Vision. He's being manifested via magic within a hex reality. They're gonna do the same, or not the same thing, but a similar kind of thing with Chris Evans, I think. But the answer that we'll get in the Falcon Winter Soldier, I think, will only be embedded in the shield itself. because I think the shield kind of represents, it's like a symbol for Captain America in all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
But the soul of Steve Rogers is going to live on in that shield, and that's why Sam Wilson feels like this doesn't belong to me. It's essentially, and it feels so wrong in the hands of someone like John Walker. So I think at some point, if I'm going to go rogue here, I'm going to say that shield is made of proto-adamantium, and then scientists are going to be like, this does not exist in the world, and then someone will be like, well, not our world, and then that's how we're going to get an existence of an alternate reality where the Weapons Plus program was continued to develop more and more of this kind of adamantium from vibranium that was used for the shield into more weaponized things that created Wolverine, right? From Weapons Plus to Weapons X. And I think in one of these Chris Evans stories is going to just take place in an Elseworld, but Marvel doesn't have the answers yet on what that multiverse will look like. We'll just know that SHIELD does not belong from this world, from this reality.
So you're saying, wait, the shield that he gave to Sam
and I'm
does not...
I'm getting that from the Russo brothers, who said that Captain America, that old man, came from an alternate reality. So I'm taking their answers. I'm not saying this bullshit. He lived his life.
You look, the shield, it's a different design. It's got that black kind of line through the silver part.
That is true.
It's got notches. It's got notches.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so you think... Hold up a damn minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me get some shield up in this. So... You're saying the shield, so the old man Cap, he is from an alternate timeline. So he brought that shield back. That shield's made something different. And then when they return that shield to the museum, that's when they're going to take it and realize that it's made of something different, and they're going to take it apart to make something more hazardous, a weapon out of that.
Ooh, I mean, that'd be cool. I didn't
Don't take my theory.
Yeah, that's totally your theory. I love that idea. What I'm thinking is that it's just, the shield's going to bounce around to a lot of people's different possession. It's going to be like the football of the series. And it's going to be like the Infinity Gauntlet of this series. Like, who's got possession of this now? But it's going to unfold over 6 episodes, I believe. And so it's going to be in the museum. At some point, we know it'll be in John Walker's hands. We know that from the trailer. We know that Sam and Bucky have their hands on it at different moments.
Allegedly, that shield.
I think it is that shield. I think, but I only saw it from behind in that one football shot. But yeah, I think it's gonna bounce around, and at some point, maybe that's why they go to Madripoor. Is they're like, this shield's kind of weird, and someone inspects it, and they're like, this isn't vibranium. This isn't just pure vibranium. It's a different alloy, and they're like, this alloy.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah,
I love that. That's kind of similar to a theory that I had, Eric, that I was thinking about, where either that is the one shield being passed around, or Sam will have the real one, and this John Walker will have this other U.S. made one. And then when it comes to a head, I already imagine a scene of like Sam's shield shattering the other one, and then them discovering that this is an adamantium situation. If they can make an adamantium Cap shield, this is their chance. Like this is totally their chance. And again,
that's what I was thinking.
X-Men connection. I had a similar kind of thing with the adamantium. So when you watch it, I was like, oh, adamantium. Yeah.
Adamantium.
Yeah. I love a shield versus shield. That's great.
It rips through the other one. That scene I will just walk up and just walk into the forest and die, because it'll be the best scene I've ever seen in a movie. I would love that. I would love to see Sam Wilson throw that shield and it rips through like the U.S. agent shield. Oh God! So do you guys think, like, I have so many questions. We have like a list of questions, but I also have I have questions, and these two intersect. Do you think that's gonna be over the span of the 6 episodes, or we're gonna get that at the beginning? Like, it's gonna be a quick like bye, and then they're gonna start it, or is it gonna go spread out throughout the 6 episodes?
I think that it's going to be kind of teased, and then we'll have a definite answer episode 6.
I agree. I think if you were to lead this series called The Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Old Cap's funeral scene, it would be too much of a gut punch to open this show.
Really?
I think so. It would just be like, Cap is dead, move on. It'd be like leading Captain America, the Civil War, with Peggy Carter's funeral scene. No, you have different action. You get the audience on board, and then you pull their heartstrings later on. I feel like that would be something for episode 6 rather than episode 1 if we did see his funeral.
I was thinking that, like, based off of like WandaVision, I think has taught me personally even a lot about Marvel's approach to this show, and I almost feel like that they might even just allude to it or mention it, but never fully address it, because it's not about Captain America per se. It's about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's about them being friends, Sam earning the shield. So I actually feel like there might be a one-off comment, maybe in like the first or second ep or something. But then I don't know if they'll necessarily just address it, because like how Mephisto didn't yet come into the MCU.
You watched yourself. You watched yourself.
I'm still going hard. Anyway, but WandaVision taught me though that Marvel likes to they're bringing these characters to this world to tell their story without necessarily having this Deus Ex Machina thing come in at the last minute and change the game. So
that's why I was thinking it would be like how in Far From Home Spider-Man, how we had that little tribute to Iron Man. I understand that he had a full funeral in the last movie, but like I thought we'd enter like that kind of case of just like, damn, he's dead. Bye.
I wanted Spider-Man Far From Home to just continue the sprawling reveal of the people at the funeral. So it would just be like Ned and Aunt May, and then pull back even more. And it would be Flash, and it would be Michael Keaton, and pull back even more.
And then you get to DC Pearson as Noob Master 69, apparently.
I'm so excited about that. Oh, DC. You were in an episode with DC. Sorry. You were hanging out with Noob Master.
Yeah.
Noob Master 69.
Yeah, on Actually on
Oh
College
my
Humor,
God.
yeah.
You were with
that guy's
Noob
so
Master
funny.
69.
Very smart too. Very smart.
I'm so happy to see him in the series. I'm glad they brought him back and was like, I'm Noob Master 69. So many people took that name on like Xbox Live immediately.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I kind of wanted to take it, but I knew it was gone.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Okay. Oh my God. To give you guys points for this is hard as hell. Those theories. Because the last theory I hosted, they were just so crazy that I was like, I'm going with the craziest one. Tommy, I love you. I love you so much. So I'm going to give you 2 cookies.
Yay! I love you too.
They were my snack that I haven't started to eat yet, so I'll touch them all. And then, this one's hard. This one's so hard because Tom... we have the same mind. I was thinking the exact same way, so I want to like give you the most points because we thought the same way. But then I'm like, Voss, I wasn't thinking that, and this is Rogue theory, and if I can't use my theory, like I have to use your theory. So, okay, Tom, I'm giving you 3 cookies. 3 good, delicious looking cookies.
I'll take it.
And Voss, you son of a bitch, I'm giving you 3.5. I broke this one because I it's a good theory. It's a great theory.
Thank
I don't
you,
blame you, Jessica. That tracks.
I'm gonna look.
On my end, they come out as Sparkle Box.
What? Okay. You can't eat the paper glitter. You can't eat the glittered paper. Okay, so we're going to speculate more about Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. But first, a few words from the folks that help us bring you Rogue Theory every week.
Well, first we want to thank our friends at Masterclass for sponsoring this episode. Masterclass lets you learn from the world's best minds anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. Learn songwriting from Alicia Keys or writing from R.L. Stine, the horrifying writer of my childhood that gave me nightmares between ages 8 through 10. I'm afraid to put on Halloween masks because of R.L. Stine. With over 100 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. At New Rockstars, we have been digging into the filmmaking masterclasses. They got classes from Helen Mirren, Ron Howard, Spike Lee. You can even take a class from Hans Zimmer and finally understand all those score and soundtrack Easter eggs that I'm always talking about. Masterclass is accessible on your phone, on the web, smart TV. Each class is broken out into individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. Members can explore at their own pace, and each class is supported by downloadable materials like lessons and recipes. You can find all available masterclasses at masterclass.com. I highly recommend you check it out. Get unlimited access to every masterclass, and as a Rogue Theory viewer/listener, you will get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/rogue. That's masterclass.com/rogue for 15% off at Masterclass.
New Rockstars is excited to partner with Stereo app on a weekly live shows. Download Stereo app for free right now. Stereo.com/New Rockstars. I think it's going to be below or somewhere. Just go to it. Every week, we're pumping out at least 4 shows previewing what's coming up in pop culture on the channel and reviewing a big hits from previous weeks. And most of the content exists only on Stereo that week. And that is exclusive, and also you don't have to pay for stereo. That's the best part. You just download the app and come talk to us. The best part also is that you get to be a part of the show. Submit audio messages with your questions, theories, and reactions. We'll play your messages and react to them. And if off-screen producer Zach is on the show, he'll tell you why you're wrong. Feels like that's Zach's MO anytime I talk to him. So if he's telling you why you're wrong, hey, it's just how he is. That's just his kind of bread and butter. You can go back and hear previous episodes of our shows on the Stereo app, which is also great. Access the live shows, share your questions and theories, and interact with us in the real time by downloading the free Stereo app at stereo.com/newrockstars. It's right here probably. That's stereo.com/newrockstars.
It's time now. Turn me loose, baby. Our friends at Blue Chew have a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. That's right. Are you trying to get sprung, but swallowing one of those big itchy pills is just too hard for you? Well, Blue Chew is going to let you crush it up, chew it down, and bing, bang, boom, baby. It's rocket ships to Mars, but in a sexual way. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no doctor's office or pharmacy trips. It ships straight to your door in a discreet package. But you know me, no shame in the game. I want my Blue Chew delivered by a college marching band. Ba, 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 da, ba. It's Big Boner time. All right, let's go. You sign up at BlueChew.com. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive your prescription within days. That's days, folks, not weeks. Within calendar days, you're taking a trip to Erection Town. Population you, and hopefully someone else. Because if you're taking a Blue Chew and doing it by yourself, well, you're avant-garde, but you're also a bit of a psycho. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strength. And if you hate swallowing pills, good news. Blue Chew is chewable, like I said, just like it says in the name. So if you could benefit from a little extra confidence, and God knows we all can right now, when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we've got a special deal for our audience. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code ROGUE at checkout. Just pay the $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code ROGUE, to receive your first month free, a month subscription. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Yes, and we're back. Captain America's shield is not only made a badass vibranium weapon, but an important symbol, as we all know. So Sam had it by the end of Endgame, but who's gonna have the shield and the title of Captain America by the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier? Is it gonna be Sam? Bucky? The U.S. agent? A Skrull? Who? Anybody?
The theory I've pitched before with on Inside Marvel recently is that, you know, knowing Malcolm Spellman is the creator of this show, I think he's going to be interested in the legacy of like the Black Cap Isaiah Bradley.
Bradley.
And I would love to see that shield go on to the Isaiah Bradley family. His grandson is Elijah Bradley, Patriot. Fans are kind of mixed on Patriot of the Young Avengers comics. They're kind of mixed on the Young Avengers comics in general. So I don't know how exact they'll be with their adaptation of the Young Avengers. Like, for example, I think Miss Marvel might be part of the Young Avengers lineup in the MCU. I don't know if they're going to have Hulk lean, just because
I don't think they are either.
That's a lot to ask, I think, of general viewers. But I would love to see it. But I do think that it's either going to go in that direction, because I don't think it'll end up in the hands of Sam and Bucky. I think right now Sam might be feeling some imposter syndrome carrying it. But maybe it's okay for him just to be Falcon. Falcon's an awesome character. I don't need him to be Captain America. And I kind of want either it to go to the Bradley family or no one. And maybe it just stays in a museum. We see somebody carting it in a giant wooden crate into a big stack of wooden crates as the Raiders of the Lost Ark music plays.
Yeah, Ark of the Covenant style.
Top men are taking care of that shield.
Okay, I like that.
I think that it has to be Bucky. And I think the reason it has to be Bucky is it has to complete Bucky's character arc. It brings him in a full 360-degree circle. He's the only person from Cap's era still alive. He's his friend. He was his original protector. When Cap's parents were gone and he was little Steve Rogers, 5'2", 92 pounds, Bucky offered him shelter, a place to live. He offered him protection. So now all of this has happened. He's become Winter Soldier. He was feared dead, and then even worse, he was feared to be a murderer, as a bloodthirsty killer. And he's come all the way back to being a hero again. But how do you really come all the way back? You become the hero of heroes, Captain America, by wielding the shield. So I think that in order to necessitate the full three-dimensional, 360-degree character, I guess we'll call it a character sphere, not an arc, Bucky's got to get his hands on the shield for at least a little while.
I think, again, I'm going to kind of, dance between those two theories. So I think the show will end up being about what it takes to not only be Captain America, but what it means to be Captain America. And therefore, I think this will be a journey about how Sam ends up as the new Captain America. Because as we know in Endgame, he was a little bit torn about receiving the shield. He did have that imposter syndrome, as Erik mentioned. He didn't really feel like he had earned it or had the right to even wield it. And Sam, and Cap picked Sam to have the shield, and he probably talked to Bucky about it too. So Bucky would want to honor that Cap's decision as far as you take on the mantle. So I think the show will be about getting it back. Like maybe the show will start with, Sam practicing with the shield against the tree, and then the U.S. government will come and ask to have it back because, it's the SSR property, it's U.S. property, it's ours, we own it, and maybe as a good soldier, he'll oblige and give it back. And then as we see John Walker as the new Cap and as a puppet, essentially, he'll start to maybe fail or ruin the name of Captain America, and that will really cause the driving force behind Sam as far as what is his duty to his country and what he feels right within him. And finding your own morals and your own where you want to plant yourself like a tree, as Sharon Carter says, that's what really makes you Captain America. So I think this will be about Sam finding out what it means and earning that title as Captain America. And getting back to what Tommy said, I think they will actually have Bucky wield it for a minute because I am also a huge fan of the Bucky cap, and they're going to want to service that in some way, but maybe that'll show us even Bucky saying, I can't do it right now. Maybe he still has some of the Hydra programming in his mind. And so they'll probably have him do it. And the show will maybe bounce around who's going to have it. And it'll be about who will earn it and who deserves it. And that'll be Sam.
I like Tom's theory. I think you guys are all wrong. So let me tell you, I love that. I'm like, I'm the host. I say who's going to win the show, but I'm going to throw my theories up in here too. I can't stop. I want to add my 2 cents. It's so hard to not add your 2 cents to this. Because I agree. But I also think so we are aware that the shield means so much. And I think Sam Wilson will be like, I'm not Captain America. The shield is not mine. Steve Rogers was an incredible guy that influenced me, that influenced all of us. But we need to recognize that we shouldn't put him on this pedestal. We shouldn't symbolize him like this. He wouldn't want this. He would want us to be our own superheroes and be our own people. So I think Sam Wilson will stay Falcon and just be like, here, put this in a museum if you want. Take it, bury it underground like a dog. But he's like, we shouldn't put this in the most highest, we shouldn't praise this and make it an all in. Because I think especially with the U.S. agent coming in, they're recognizing that the blip happened and the superheroes were gone. And the blip happened because the superheroes couldn't stop it. So it's we want a different superhero. And it's maybe we should just be there for ourselves. I know this is such a corny thing to say. And also realistically, I can't fight Thanos. I can't fight a demon or a god. But I think with that shield, Sam Wilson's going to be no, we all need to look into it further, look into ourselves, recognize that he's his own being and we are our own being.
Yeah.
That is my 2 cents. With that being said, if anyone wants to counter it,
Jessica, I really love that idea. I think that's a really good point. Because I think we learned that Captain America did embody more than just that shield, and he embodied a sense of selflessness. And I think that's core to this show is that Steve Rogers never comfortable in the spotlight. He hated the Smithsonian exhibit. He walked around just cringing at everything. And when he was on the USO tour, he hated it. So, and it's kind of one of those worthiness things. If you want it, you don't deserve it.
That's why I'm excited to see the U.S. agent come play, because I know him as the villain, not the villain per se. I should clear that up. He's kind of like Black Adam, where it's like, I see where you're coming from, but you're doing it in a bad way. Like you're doing it in a bad manner. He's his own paradox. So I'm excited to see that, because Cap was always like the opposite. Cap was like, especially in like Civil War, where he was like, no, I shouldn't have to ask permission to go save the day. And they're like, yeah, but we're killing people by accident. He recognized that. And he was like, no. So I think it's going to be great to see like the U.S. agent come in and be like, why, like, he should have signed those papers. He wasn't a real person that loved the world. I love the world. If anybody has any final words, because I'm about to give out these cookies.
Give us
Give out
cookies.
these cookies. These cookies are going to you guys. Tommy gets 3 cookies.
Yeah.
He knows me too well. We've been doing too many shows together, and he knows that if you bring up ass, I'm gonna give you an extra cookie. I'm gonna give you an extra cookie. So Tommy, you're at 3. Also because I truly do give Bucky the lowest, like, I'm like, no, he's not gonna be Captain America. Like, he's not going to be. He's a sleeper agent. Like, it doesn't make sense to do that, but he does deserve like a second chance, and I'm just not giving it to him. So I like your outlook on it. Like, he does deserve it. You two again, because Tom, you were close to mine. Again, we have the same mind. I hate Voss. And I just hate Voss.
Whoa, for the record, I don't hate Voss. Whoa.
No, we
Everyone's
both
gonna
hate him. You
destroy
said
me.
that earlier before the show. So let's try figuring this out. Tom, I'm also giving you 3 cookies.
Woo,
Giving you
I'll
3
take it.
cookies
Take it.
because we have the same idea. And Voss, you punk. I'm giving you 4.
40.
Son of a
40
bitch.
cookies?
I'm giving you 4. I didn't say 40 cookies. I said 4.
400 cookies?
This is a monopoly. You don't know how to
That's
count.
so many cookies.
You are not the banker.
Hey, I love Buck. I actually really, I would love to see him wield it for like at least an episode, just because I agree with Jesse. He deserves some redemption and some answer on whether or not he's still, psycho.
True.
And I would love, and even that one moment that he had the shield and Cap won and got bust off the train, that was my favorite. That was great.
Oh, God. Okay, this is the part of the show where I want to hear what you guys have to say, because this is another rogue question. It's not theories, it's rogue question. Rogue question. If Steve Rogers does in fact die, if he dies, like he's stone cold, how Voss say trips and falls, because that's what he assumes how he'll die. Voss said that, you guys. I didn't. If he dies during the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, in lieu of flowers, what will his family request be sent?
Well, he doesn't have a family, so that's the depressing
Well,
part.
the family.
Hey, maybe he had kids with Peggy.
Take away those cookies. Look, take away them cookies right now. Technically, if he goes back in time, or if the old Cap is married to Peggy, the niece is his niece that he kissed. So he does have one family member who he was sexually attracted to.
I'm gonna concur with Tommy. He doesn't have a family, so nothing.
You guys are so dark. I'm not giving you a cookie. I'm not giving you guys a cookie.
In lieu of flowers, Steve Rogers requests you make a small donation to the American Swing Band Foundation due to Steve's lifelong affinity for old-timey music well into the 90s and 2000s.
That's true.
Yeah, he might ask, or he just might ask for if he didn't finish anything on his little list, he'd be like, okay, send me some Blu-rays of like Star Trek. Let me put a little everything else that I didn't get to finish, bring it over.
Oh,
Maybe he'll do that too.
Yeah.
Because I know the fans will be upset. I'm giving this cookie to Tommy. I'm not happy with what you said, but I'm gonna give you that theory. Last row question. In the WandaVision making of documentary that came out last week, Catherine Hahn described her character as a bloomin' onion because of the layers that get peeled back as the series goes. What delicious dish best describes you and why?
Kookaroo chicken.
I don't like that name.
Is that a real dish?
It's like kookaburra chicken or something.
Tommy, I hate you. Okay. Tommy, I like that. I like a buffalo chicken. So that's a good one. You guys think, take your time.
I think I got mine. I think I would be
Okay.
the Outback Steakhouse surf and turf.
The
Because
surf and turf.
I'm a Pacific Islander, so you got the little surf part there. You can get a little bit of your
Okay.
seafood, But then you got the turf. You got the, as you would say, beefcake. Got some prime steak right here. as some would say. Probably not in the comments, but on other places they would. So I probably would be the surf and turf. Because I'm also like decently priced, not too expensive, but not the cheapest thing on there either.
Oh, I
The
like
surf and
that.
turf.
I love that. You guys are doing good. Voss, have fun trying to come up after these two.
I'm just a cold mozzarella stick because
That's a good one too. Damn it!
you know every once in a while you'll order mozzarella sticks and just one of them wasn't cooked or wasn't heated or fried all the way through. So it's just kind of cold in the middle. So you grab it and you think it's going to be delicious. Just like, you click on one of our videos. It's that thumbnail looks so intriguing. And then you get to it and then you eat it. And you're like, well, it's mostly cheese. But like, I feel like, all right, I don't know about this. And then at the end of the day, it's not good for you.
No, I disagree. You're the fresh, hot out the oven mozzarella sticks with the dip. But maybe you feel like tomorrow you'll feel like yesterday's mozzarella sticks maybe. But today when you click on New Rockstars, it's the fresh right out served right to your table. That's you.
But as soon as the episode comes out of whatever we're talking about, it becomes yesterday's mozzarella stick.
Okay, that is true. Yes.
The thing is, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I imagine like a kindergarten class be like, "What food are you?" And a child's like, "I'm the cold mozzarella stick, the one that's not cooked all the way through." And you thought you were gonna bite into a decadent melty cheese, and it's just cold and frozen. I love it, but it's not you. Not you at all.
Well, I get to decide what I am, and I want to be a cold mozzarella stick.
You heard it. Everybody, send him packages of cold mozzarella sticks. I hate to say it, but I gotta give that point to Tommy. A buffalo. It's that itself has so much sauce, so much texture. You're like, oh, this person's gonna be great. I love the idea of the surf and turf. That's a great explanation. That one was amazing. So Tommy, you have 7 points, and Tom, you have 6 points.
Whoa!
Nope, I lied. You have 7 points as well. What am I? No, you have 6. I'm doing my math so wrong, you guys. I'm so sorry. You got 6. Eric, how do you do this? And then Eric, you have 4, 5, 6, 7.5. You little butthole.
407.
That half came in.
0.5.
You don't know how to count cookies.
400 cookies.
You slightly beat Tommy by 0.5 cookies by literally a half a cookie.
And I earned every half a cookie.
Oh my god, that was rogue theory.
No.
I'm leaving off a mad note because Voss should have not got that half a cookie. I hate you. I throw it. Thank you for joining us, Tom Michelsen, Tommy Bechtold, and Erik Voss. Where do they find you guys at online?
You can find me on Bumble. I just bought the deluxe package where I can reverse if I've made a horrible mistake. And then you can find me at Tommy Bechtold on Twitter. You
can follow me at Lulu Clemons, Lulu_Clemons, Lulu Clemons on everywhere else. Support our channel by checking out one of our many great merch options at thenewrockstarsmerch.com. Like, subscribe, comment, don't dislike New Rockstars on YouTube, and a reminder to download the Stereo app by going to stereo.com/newrockstars so you can listen to our 4 weekly live shows, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, including Inside Marvel with Erik Voss and MT, talking about the premiere episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes. Download the app for free on Apple and Android and create an avatar that talks when you talk for your profile that slightly looks like you, because people love to say mine doesn't look like me. See you next time.
Bye.